when another person does not want to continue the relationship with me. I cannot break all that was generated inside of me. Is that okay? Or does it prevent me from moving on? So this is a common situation. We fall in love. We have relationships. It might be a romantic relationship. It might be a best friend. But a relationship that generates lots and lots of love in us, lots of attachment in us, a relationship in which I identify in so many ways as I am in the relationship, so-and-so's wife, or so-and-so's girlfriend, or so-and-so's best friend. If I were a man, so-and-so's husband or boyfriend. And then that person, in the case of the question, announces they don't want to have the relationship anymore. It also happens sometimes the person dies. In either case, we have been left. In either case, that person is no longer with us. And as the questioner said, I can't break all that was generated. And is that okay? Or does that keep me from moving on? And it's a beautiful point, because when we lose a relationship of love, again, whether it was romantic love, whether it was best friend love, we have an experience of feeling like we have lost the love. But if we're really honest with ourselves and we really allow ourselves to go deep, below the ego, which of course has been injured. How dare you leave me? I tried so hard. I did everything. It's an incredible blow to the ego. It makes us feel like, oh my God, I'm worthless. I'm not lovable. Sometimes we go the other way. Who the hell are you? You're a monster. I should have left you first. I'm glad I'm better off without you. Whatever. Our ego plays all kinds of games. But in all the cases, we are left with an experience of no longer having the love. Whereas the truth is, the love is in me. It's not in the other person. The other person catalyzed what you could call my internal love generating factory. As though there were a source of love, which there is, within me, that had been capped, and I didn't even know it was there. And that relationship with that person pulled the cap off that source, off the geyser of, love now that's flowing within me. It was catalyzed by the relationship. When I thought about that person in the relationship, this love flowed. But ultimately the love was within me. And the way that I know that is when the person I love went into the kitchen. If I was in the living room and they went to the kitchen, or they went to the mailbox, or they went to the store, or they went to work, or they traveled across the world, I didn't feel any less love. If the love were in them, or the love were a physical product of our physical proximity, it would get less and less the farther I were away from them. So every time that person went to the bathroom, every time they went to work, every time they ran an errand, or I ran an errand, or I went to the bathroom, I would feel less love. Those of you sitting very close to that air conditioning are getting a lot more cold air than those of us over here. It's a physical proximity, right? It's that cold air is being generated in that air conditioner. The closer you are to it, the more cold air you have. The farther you get from it, the less cold air you have. If we go to the other side of that wall, we'll feel no cold air because it's in the AC. But our love isn't in the person. Our love is in us. And what that means is, even when we are no longer with the person, whether they've left us because they've died or they've left us by choice, either way, they cannot reach inside of us and grab the love that is in us and take that also. That's ours. And I can still tap into that. Because yes, that person catalyzed it, but now it's there. And if you allow yourself, what you'll find is, when you think about that person, not about them leaving you, maybe not about the last few weeks or months when you fought a lot before they left you, but when you think about the moments that pulled that cap off your internal source of love, they still make you feel love. You can still feel that love. And that's yours. That love is yours. So by all means, hold on to it. It doesn't mean you're holding on to the relationship. It simply means that you're holding on to the fruit of having trusted the universe enough to love. It's like that wonderful expression that says, it's better to have loved and lost than never to have loved at all. Because if I've loved and lost, I still have the love. I may have lost the object of my love, but I still have the experience of love within me. That's your fruit for having trusted the universe, connected with the universe in love. So hold on to that. Don't hold on to the person's physical presence. You can't do that anyway. It doesn't work, whether they've died or whether they've left you. But hold on to the love. Because the truth really is that what you were loving in them anyway was God. If it was anything more than lust, if all you were interested in was the physical relationship, if all you were interested in was the sex or the sensuality, then it was lust, not love. But if you actually loved the person, not just lusted for them, but actually loved them, what you were loving was their spirit, their essence, their soul. Only loving their body is lust. Because the only way that I love a body is just how that body makes my body feel. That's what we call lust. But if I'm really loving, I'm loving soul, I'm loving spirit, I'm loving essence. And that soul, spirit, essence is God. And so whether their physical body connected to their ego and their karmic package decided that this relationship was no longer right, in their fear and their confusion and their anger, whatever it was, or whether their physical body was no longer healthy enough to stay alive, either way, their soul, their spirit, their essence is still there. Because that's the divine. And so stay connected to that and absolutely keep experiencing the love within you. That is the gift. The physical stuff loses its appeal very quickly. It's very exciting in the beginning and loses its appeal very quickly. But the love is the stuff that life is made of. Do not let anyone's ego or fear or confusion or karmic package or decision for whatever reason, or the passing of their physical body, deprive you of the source of love within you. That is yours.